Now in this one, question number 1. Now this question number 1 is based on critical reasoning. As per a recent survey, most young employees are likely to face severe health hazards in coming years, as the current work system adopted by most companies induces a lot of work pressure, isn't it? Yes, what is the reason behind this one? Severe health hazards because of lot of work pressure and responsibilities to be met within a limited period of time. In less time, they have to meet lots of responsibilities, thus leading to excess stress. As what are the reasons behind this one? One is due to the work pressure, and the second one is due to the stress they have to bear. These two are the main reasons for the young employees to likely to face severe health hazards in the coming years. Then, however, the manager of company X, now here we are discussing about a company X, an IT company has stated that. Now this is the statement made by the manager of this company X. Our company makes a lot of effort to safeguard the health of our employees, and I do not think these results hold good true for our company at least. That means his claim is that though it might be true, but where this will not be related to our company. Why this will not be related to our company? Because his statement is that our company makes a lot of effort to safeguard the health of our employees. Hence, we are taking care the health of our employees. Hence, now what is the final conclusion here? These young employees likely to face severe health hazards will not be true in my company. Clear now? This is the statement made by this person, the manager. Then which of the following, if considered true, does not weaken the situation of the manager of company X? Does not weaken. Does not weaken means strengthens the manager's statement of the manager of company X. Then that means if it is strengthening means now we need to see whatever the statement made by the manager is supporting that one. That means in their company there is no hazard to the health of these employees. Then first one, although the working hours in company X are officially from 9 to 6 p.m., most employees are seen held back at office up to 10 p.m. Though the official timing is only up to 6 p.m., but as most of these people are still there till 10 p.m., that means workload is more. As workload is more, hence whatever the statement made by that person is false. Here is stating that we are taking care of the health of our employees. But as here, these employees are staying more than the original time. Hence, a lot of work is there, work pressure is there. And second, although free health camps are organized by company X each year, the attendance for the same is very poor and thus leads to lot of expenditure for the company. Yes, can you take this as your answer or not? Now, in the second one is clearly stating, although free health camps were organized by this company, but whereas most of the employees are not coming back to this one. Why these people are not attending to these health camps? Because there is no necessity for those employees. They were already very healthy, isn't it? They were already very healthy, and there is no necessity for these persons to attend to these health camps. By this one, whether we can able to say whether the employees of this company X are healthy or not. Hence, choice 2 is your answer. Are you following this one or not? The statement made by the manager of company X is, we are taking care of our employees, their health is all right. Now, in order to does not weaken means now we need to make the strengthening supporting statement to this manager. Now, here this is the supporting statement wherein though they are free health camps were provided and people are not coming, employees are not turning back. Why? Because these people are very healthy. Clear now? Hence, choice 2 is the answer. Then, if you go for choice 3, now in choice 3, out of total 50,000 employees of the company X, more than 50% of the employees claim medical bills and for spondylitis and hypertension, and 75% of those bills belong to employees below the age of 30. And this is what this is supporting isn't it? What is the supporting here? Supporting the above statement. That means the younger generation employees is going to face severe health hazard, isn't it? Hence, this is weakening the manager's, ex-company's manager's views. He stated that our employees are very healthy. But as here in the third one, the employees of this company is not healthy because 75% of those who are suffering with spondylitis and hypertension is below the 30 years of age. Done? Then fourth one, although the projects handled by company X have doubled, projects were doubled, but as no new employees has been recruited, that means the number of employees are the same, the work has been doubled, and the work pressure is increased or not. And this is also not in line with the manager's statement. And choice 5, company X has provided laptops to all employees and all the employees are necessarily be expected to work from home as well. No, that means the number of working hours were increased. That means in turn they are creating pressure on these employees. And so all the remaining 4 choices we can able to show that the employees are unhealthy, and the work pressure is more, and the stress is also more. And only in choice 2, no, it is not the case. Then question number 2. Now in this question number 2, select the most appropriate sequence of courses of action. Now sequence of courses of actions among these 4 statements. Movements of habitual offenders. Now the statement, what is the statement here? The incidents of robbery on the highway between city X and city Z have increased in the past 3 months. In the past 3 months, between city X and city Z, the incidents of robbery have increased a lot, isn't it? Now we need to take what is this problem here. Now the question is about courses of action. Now the problem is robbery cases were increased. Now we need to find out the solution to this one. Then what are the steps that are to be taken in order to solve the given problem, isn't it? All these 4 are the courses of actions. Among these 4, now we need to take the sequential order wherein they have to be implemented. Now tell me, first one, movement of habitual offenders and robbers released from jail should be tracked regularly. That means with the help of this one we can able to trace then who are the offenders, regular offenders, isn't it? Then vulnerable places on the highway between city X and city Z should be identified. This is the first step. First they need to identify and in which places there is more prone to these robberies. First they need to identify the places. After identifying the places, then they need to identify who are the persons that can be responsible. That is A, that is movement of habitual offenders and robbers released from jail. As they were released from jail, there is a chance of these people committing the same crime once again, and they need to identify this BA. And after this BA, then what is the next case? Between C and D. Self-defense training should be the last priority, isn't it? Before this one, police patrolling should be encouraged during night on the highway. Now by doing so, they can restrict these robberies. And finally, if some cases could not be handled, that means these police cannot handle all the cases. Hence, in such cases, self-defense training should be important to the individual candidates. Hence, what is order here? BADC, that is choice 5. First, they need to identify the areas. Then, they have to identify the persons who can be responsible. Then, the next is police, security should be improved. Still, if there is any chance, then self-defense should also be imparted. Choice 2. Then question number 3. Now in this question number 3, which of the following conclusions is definitely true? A and S. Now between S and A, there are 2 opposite symbols, and so no relation can be drawn. Then choice 2. What is choice 2 here? S and M. Now S and M, S and A are here, S lesser than or equals to A, and A lesser than M. Now between S and M, if you observe here, lesser than or equals to lesser than, which symbol is common? Lesser is common. Hence S lesser than M is definitely true. M greater than S is also true. Then what is your answer? Only 2 follows. Question number 3, choice 3 is the answer. Then question number 4, if the highway between city A and city M, highway between city A and city M is restricted to only cars, buses and low loaded trucks. Low loaded trucks, and the heavy loaded trucks are diverted outside the highway. Now here what is information here? The highway between these two cities were restricted only for the small vehicles, that is like cars, buses and low loaded trucks, and heavy loaded trucks are diverted outside the highways. Then the probability of accidents due to collisions. Now here the accidents are occurring because of what? Collisions. Will be reduced drastically, underline the word drastically. Now if they have followed this one, then these type of collisions can be reduced very effectively, drastically. Then an inference, which of the following can be inferred? Yes, inference means, an inference is something by which you can logically deduct something to be true based on the given statement. That means deriving something from the given statement. Then first one, drivers of buses and low loaded trucks are more cautious. Is he talking anything regarding who is more cautious? No. First one is ruled out. Majority of the traffic on the mentioned highway is due to heavy loaded trucks. Can you infer this one or not? Now if they could able to divert these heavy loaded trucks, then there won't be any collisions. Collisions means, now here the accidents are not occurring because of speed movement of the vehicles, but because of collisions means slow movement of vehicles, hence one bumper to bumper movement is there. As bumper to bumper movement is there, hence collisions are taking place. Clear now? That means traffic jams were there. In the traffic jams, now these vehicles are collided with each other. And if these heavy loaded vehicles are turned to that one, collisions will be decreased. That means smooth flow of traffic will be there. Hence what is your answer? Choice 2. Question number 4, it is choice 2 is the answer. Then 5 onwards. Now in this question number 5 onwards, these are based on input and output. Now in this input and output, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In total we have some 12 words, 12 elements. And how many steps are there? 6 steps are there. That means in each step exactly 2 elements are arranged, isn't it? Hence 12 divided by 2, 6 steps are required to get the final output. Then find out the logic behind this one. In order to find out the logic, we should always compare the input with the final output, step 6. Then check out the numbers. All these 6 numbers are arranged at the first 6 places. Then how these numbers were arranged here? 72, 56, 30, 91, 39, 23. Yes, now the numbers are neither in the ascending order nor in the descending order. But whereas, if you check out the first 3 numbers, these 3 numbers are even numbers. These 3 even numbers are arranged in the descending order, followed by the odd numbers in the descending order. Even numbers in the descending order, odd numbers in the descending order. Then followed by these words. What are these words? A, I, U. These 3 are the vowels arranged in the ascending order, and followed by consonants B, J, T. They are arranged in the ascending order. Clear now? Hence these 12 elements, 3 numbers, even numbers arranged in the descending order, odd numbers arranged in the descending order, then vowels arranged in the ascending order, followed by consonants in the ascending order. 6 plus 6, in total we have 12. Then after the logic has been finalized, then we need to identify the method involved in this one. In order to identify the method involved in this, we should always compare the input with step 1. Then what is the step 1 here? Now 23 and 30. What is the change here? 23, the least odd number, that is which is coming to the 6th place. And at the same time, what is the word here? Area. Now the area, the least vowel. Now this number arranged at the left hand side and area arranged at the right hand side. Further, in step 2, 23 shifted to the 2nd place, 23 shifted to the 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place, 6th place. And similarly, area shifted to 11th place, 10th place, 9th place, 8th place, 7th place. The numbers are shifted to the right hand side, words are shifted to the left hand side, and after this 23, next highest odd number 39, after this vowel area, next highest vowel ideal arranged in the second step. And further 39 shifted to the second place, next highest number, next odd number 2, 39 is 91. Next vowel after ideal is ugly. These two were arranged at the first and the last places. Further in further steps, number at the first place, word at the last place, then they were shifted to the left and the right respectively. Clear now? Now this is about question numbers 5 to 11, 5 to 10. Can you work out these questions or not? In the same pattern. And at the same time, all the given questions are based on in a single input. Whenever all the questions are based on a single input, then we need to follow the same logic and the same pattern given in the example. Done with this? And this is about question numbers 5 to 10. Then 11th one. Now tell me what can we say about this 11th one? S lesser than T. Now between S and T, if you observe here, between S and T, now tell me definitely false. Now first one, S lesser than T is definitely true, isn't it? Hence choice 1 cannot be your answer. Choice 2, T greater than S, which implies that S lesser than T is also true, and this cannot be your answer. Then coming to the third one, then T and S. T lesser than C, C lesser than S. T lesser than C, sorry, T equals to C and C lesser than S. That means T lesser than S is true. If T lesser than S is true, and in the reverse S greater than T is true. But as here, S lesser than T is false. In order to make S lesser than T, now we have proven a case where S greater than T is true, lesser than will be false. And so what is your answer? Choice 3. Question number 11, choice 3 is the answer. Then question number 12 to 16. Now this 12 to 16, as we had discussed earlier, yesterday's paper, and this also belongs to the same category, that is does not follow, isn't it? Hence, now in this does not follow, now we need to focus on the conclusions which can be false for 100 cases. In all the possible cases, it must be false forever. That means it cannot be true even in a single case, isn't it? As it is not possible to check out whether the given conclusion is false in all the cases or not. Hence, what are we trying to do? Now we are trying to check out whether this conclusion can be true at least once or not. If it is true once, it cannot be false forever. Follow avutunnara? I ichina conclusion అన్ని కేసెస్లో ఫాల్స్ అవుతుందా లేదా చెక్ చేయడం మనకి కష్టం కాబట్టి ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, ఆ ఇచ్చిన కంక్లూజన్ కనీసం ఒక్కసారి ట్రూ అవుతుందా లేదా చెక్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఒక్కసారి ట్రూ అయిందా, అది ఎన్నిసార్లు ఫాల్స్ అయినా మనకు అనవసరం, బికాజ్ ఇట్ కెనాట్ బి ఫాల్స్ ఫర్ ఎవర్. క్లియర్? హెన్స్ అవర్ మెయిన్ ఇంటెన్షన్ ఈజ్ టు ప్రూవ్ whether the given conclusions can be true at least once or not. If it is true once, it cannot be your answer. If it cannot be true at least once, it will be your answer. That is 100% false. Done? Then coming to the diagram. All industries are factories. All these industries are what? Factories. And all factories are mills. And no mill is a store. No mill is a store can be written like this. And some of the stores or outlets can be written like this. This is the basic diagram. Then with the help of this basic diagram, first conclusion, some mills are factories. Some mills are factories, true or false? That is true. As it is true once, it cannot be your answer, because our answer must be false. Clear? Second, all industries are mills. That is also true. As it is true once, it cannot be your answer, because it cannot be false. Third one, no industry is a store. Industry and store, as of now it is true, isn't it? As it is true once, it cannot be your answer. Follow avutunnara leda? Because you are checking out only for false. Then fourth one, all factories or outlets is a possibility. All factories or outlets is it possible or not? All the factories must be outlets. In order to prove all factories are outlets, then all factories or outlets is possible. Now tell me whether I can draw my outlet like this or not. Hence all factories or outlets is possible or not? Hence for me it is possible. Hence it cannot be false. Then what is your answer? some outlets or mills is a possibility. Some outlets or mills is possible or not? Some outlets or mills. Now this is the diagram of some outlet or mills. That is possible or not? It is also possible. Hence, for question number 12, there is no answer. Clear? Hence, now for this one, some outlets are inputs. Some outlets are inputs. What is S here? S means store. Some stores are inputs. Write down this one. Some stores are inputs. Some stores are inputs is possible. Tell me whether it can happen or not. Some stores are inputs. Now the first one I am taking it as some stores are inputs. Now input is here, isn't it? Input is here, store is here, and some stores are inputs is false. As it is false ones, then what should I do? Cheppali okkasari. False sign. False sign the answer తీసుకుంటామా? Now, if it is false, then we need to check out whether it is 100% false or not. How can you say whether it is 100% false? By taking it as a possibility. Now, some stores are industries, some stores are industries is possible or not. Is it possible to draw industry and store like this? Can this be true at least once? No. Why? Because if you draw the stores like this, no store is mill will be false. Statement invalid, it cannot be true at least once, hence it must be 100% false. Then choice 5 will be your answer. Follow avutunnara leda? Hence, one more important point in this one is what? Wherever there is an affirmative conclusion, take it as a possible conclusion only. If you take it as a possible conclusion, if it is true once, it cannot be false ever. If it cannot be true at least once, then it will be 100% false. Hence, keep it in mind that all affirmative conclusions should be considered as possible conclusions only. Done? And at the same time, one more point. Yesterday, one of the students have asked for this. Whenever negative possibilities were there, that means some outlets are not mills is a possibility. Some outlets are mills is not a possibility. All these are negative possibilities. Whenever negative possibilities were there, please do not draw an alternate diagram. Alternate diagram is not required to in the case of does not follow. Whether it is a negative conclusion or negative possibility, no alternate diagram is required. Only in the definite conclusion, for a negative conclusion, then we need to draw an alternate diagram. And this is about question number 12. Question number 12 na? 12. Then third one, no industry is a store. No industry is a store can be true or not? At least once it is true. As it is true once, it cannot be false forever. Alternate diagram for what? For a definite conclusion, isn't it? Now here, in the case of follows only, then we need to go for an alternate diagram. Here the questions are based on follows or does not follow. In the case of does not follow, no need to go for an alternate diagram. Okay? In the case of follows, what happens here? Now we need to check out whether it is 100% true or not. Here we need to check out 100% false or not. Okay? Then question number 13. Some of the chairs or tables can be written like this. These are the chairs which are tables. No table is a dryer, table and dryer, and all dryers are wardrobes. all these dryers are what? Wardrobes, and all tables are bedrooms. All these tables are what? Bedrooms. Now this is the basic diagram. Then some chairs are tables, no table is a dryer, all dryers are wardrobes, and all tables are bedrooms. Then with the help of this basic diagram, then let us check out which conclusion does not follow forever. First one, some wardrobes are dryers. Wardrobe is here, dryer is here, that is true. As it is true once, it cannot be false forever. All bedrooms are dryers is a possibility. All the bedrooms are dryers. Tell me whether it is possible or not. All bedrooms are dryers means this entire bedroom must be a part of this dryer. Now tell me whether I can draw dryer like this. If you draw dryer like this, then no table is a dryer will be false. All tables are dryers. Hence, it cannot be true at least once. As it cannot be true at least once, then I can definitely say that it is 100% false. ఒక్కసారి కూడా ట్రూ అవ్వలేదు కనుక అది 100% false అని చెప్పచ్చు. Hence, what is your answer? Only 2 is the answer. 13th it is choice 2. Then 14th one. Now question number 14. No chart is blueprint. No chart is blueprint can be written like this. This is chart and this is blueprint. No chart is blueprint. Some of the charts are graphs. All graphs are tables. And some plans are blueprint. Some of the plans are blueprint. Now this is the basic diagram. No chart is blueprint. Some charts are graphs. All graphs are tables. And some plans are blueprint. Then first conclusion, all blueprints are graphs is a possibility. All blueprints or graphs is possible or not? Yes, can we prove all blueprints are graphs? No, I am drawing this graph like this. Now tell me whether I can draw graph like this or not. Now there should be an intersection between graph and chart. Here there is an intersection between graph and chart. Then if graph is here, then this table will also come along this graph, isn't it? Hence, it is possible. As it is true once, it cannot be false forever. Then coming to choice 2. Some graphs are not blueprint. Now these are the graphs, these are the blueprints. No graph is blueprint. Some graphs are not blueprint is true. As it is true once, it cannot be false forever. Then third one, all tables are blueprint. Now tell me whether this all tables are blueprint or not. Can I draw blueprint like this? If you draw blueprint like this, then no chart is a blueprint will be false because some of the charts are blueprint will be true, isn't it? Hence, can this be true at least once? All tables are blueprint is false. It will be false forever. ఒక్కసారి చూడాలి. All tables are blueprint. As of now, it is false. As it is false once, now I am rechecking this one, whether it can be 100% as false or not. Hence, I am taking this as possible. Hence, I have checked out whether all tables are blueprint is possible or not. Clear? Hence, whenever there is an affirmative conclusion, take it as a possible conclusion. Because in the first case, it can be false. But whereas we need to check out whether it is 100% as false or not. Hence, this is the case. Done? Choice 3 is the answer. Question number 14, it is choice 3. Then 15th one. Now question number 15. Some balances are payments. Some of the balances are payments can be written like this, balance and payments. Some payments are vouchers. Some of the payments are vouchers. All these vouchers are gift. All vouchers are gift. And no gift is a refund. No gift is a refund can be written like this. Now this is a basic diagram. Some balances are payments. Some payments are vouchers. All vouchers are gift. And no gift is a refund. First one, all balances are refund is a possibility. All balances are refunds. Tell me whether it is possible or not. Now balance is here, refund is here. Tell me whether I can prove like this or not refund. Yes. Now in statement no gift is refund, now also no gift is refund is valid. Hence, all balances are refund is possible is true. As it is true once, it cannot be false forever. Then coming to the second one, some balances are gift is a possible. Some balances are gift is possible or not? Now this balance and gift, tell me whether I can extend like this or not. Now tell me whether I can write my balance. Hence, it can be true. Then third one, as it can be true, it cannot be false. All payments or refunds is possibility. All payments or refund means this entire payment must be a part of this refund. Now tell me whether I can write like this. No. Is it possible? It is not possible. As it is not possible, hence it is false forever. Choice 3 is the answer. Done with this? Now this is about question number 15, choice 3. Then coming to question number 16, all the stocks are funds. All stocks are what? All stocks are funds. All funds are investment. All stocks are funds. All funds are investment. All investments are expenses. All investments are expenses. And no credit is an expense. No credit is an expense. No intersection between these two. No credit is an expense. Then some investments are stocks. Some investments are stocks. Definitely true. As it is true once, it cannot be false forever. All funds are expenses. All funds are expenses is also true. Some expenses are not funds is possibility. Some of the expenses are not funds is possible or not? Now, some expenses, this is fund. From here onwards, all these are the expenses which are not funds is possible, isn't it? Then fourth one, some credits or funds is possible. Some credit or fund, is it possible to have credit and fund? Then my statement of credit should be like this. Can I draw my credit like this? No. Hence, it will be 100% false. Then what is your answer? Choice 4 is the answer. Done with this? Now this is about the case of does not follow, question numbers 12 to 16. Now tell me what are the points that are to be kept in mind while solving this does not follow. Chepan. First thing, the first and foremost thing is, what is the first one? First, our main focus is on to prove whether it can be true at least once or not. If it is true once, it cannot be false forever. Hence, we should always try to make it as true. Hence, for affirmative conclusions, then we are taking it as possible. If you take it as a possible, we are taking whether it can be true or not. If it is true once, it cannot be false. If it cannot be true at least once, it is 100% false. That will be your answer. And at the same time, for negative conclusions, there is no necessity for you to draw an alternate diagram. For negative possibility, no necessity to draw an alternate diagram. Clear? Here, alternate diagram is not at all required in the case of does not follow. Done with this? 16. Then question number 17 onwards. Now 17 to 21, these questions are based on data sufficiency. Now in this data sufficiency, is B the father of X? Yesterday we had discussed about the case of is. Is B the father of X means, now we need to find out whether E is the father of X or no, B is not the father of X. Your answer is definitely yes, definitely no. Then condition number 1, A is a sister of B. A is a sister of B. A is a sister of whom? A is a sister of B can be written like this. B has only one daughter X. B is having only one daughter X, which implies that one daughter X is there, which does not mean that there are no sons. Sons could be n number, daughter is only one, isn't it? The statement is B has only one daughter X rather than B has only one child X. If one child is given, there must be only one child. One daughter means daughter is one, sons could be n number. Then M is the father of B. M is the father of B. M is here, M is the father of B, S the mother of A. S is the mother of A. Now A and B are the children of M. S is the mother of A. That means S and M are married couple. S the mother of A has only 2 daughters and 1 son. Has only 2 daughters and 1 son. That daughter can be, that means in total how many children? 3 children. Out of these 3 there are 2 daughters and 1 son. And if this person B is a daughter, then this person will be the son. Or if this person is a daughter, this person will be the son. Hence B can be the father or B can be the mother. Isn't it? And the gender of this B is not known. Hence 1 alone is not sufficient. Clear now? Then coming to condition number 2. X is the niece of R. What do you mean by this one, niece? Niece means R's sibling's child. X is the niece of R. X is the granddaughter of S. As X is the granddaughter of S, that means S's child's child is X. X is the granddaughter of S. A is the daughter of S. As A is the daughter of S, whether A can be somewhere here or somewhere here, A is the daughter of S. Only one of S's children is married, and this person is married. Clear? Hence, in condition number 2, there is no information about B at all. Isn't it? Hence, 2 alone is not sufficient because no information given about this B. Then, by combining these two. Then, now I am taking this condition number 2 into condition number 1. X is the niece of R. As X is the niece of R, that means R must be at this place. Then only X is the niece of R. This X is the niece of both A and R. Niece means sibling's child, sibling's daughter. R's sibling is B, sibling's daughter is X. X is the niece of R. X is the granddaughter of S. A is the daughter of S. A is the daughter of S. Only one of S's children is married. Only B is married. Then what is the gender of this person? B. Either can be male or female. Hence, by including condition number 2, then also we cannot able to determine the answer. Clear? Hence, 1 alone is not sufficient. By combining these two also it is not sufficient. Both the statements are also not sufficient. Choice 3. Both is also not sufficient. 17, choice 3. Then coming to question number 18. Now in this 18, point P is in which direction with respect to R? Now we need to find out P is in which direction with respect to R. Then tell me which statement is required. Condition number 1. A person starts from walking from point P, walks 5 meters west, and then right hand side, and walks 12 meters. Now let us take this is point P. Now from this point P, walks 5 meters west, this is 5 meters west, and then takes a right turn and walks 12 meters, right hand side, walks 12 meters. He then takes a right turn and walks for 26 meters, right hand side, and walks for 26 meters. He then takes a right turn and again walks for 12 meters, again 12 meters right hand side, again 12 meters, and stops at point Q. Now this is point Q. Then he will have to take a 90 degrees turn from point Q in order to reach point R. Now finally this person is moving like this. As this person is moving like this person has turned 90 degrees towards left hand side or right hand side. That information is not given. If this person has turned towards his left hand side, then this person is like this. And this will be left hand side 90 degrees. Or if this person has turned 90 degrees right hand side, then this will be 90 degrees right hand side. If this person has turned towards left hand side, then he will face towards west, isn't it? Or if this person is facing towards right hand side, then this person is facing towards east. Are you getting any answer or not? He will have to take, he then takes a right turn again, walks for 12 meters and stops at point Q. He will have to take 90 degrees turn from point Q in order to reach point R. To reach point R, now this person has to turn 90 degrees. Whether left or right is not given, isn't it? And that too how much distance this person has covered, that is also not given. If this person has not covered any distance, then I can definitely find the answer. Now this person has just turned like this, he was at this place. This person turned like this, he was at that place. I am getting the answer. P is to the west of R. వస్తుందా లేదా? అక్కడ మీకు టర్న్ అయ్యి ఉండిపోయాడు. టర్న్ అయ్యి ఉండిపోతే ఇక్కడే ఉన్నాడు. This point is to the west of P. Am I getting the answer? And see here, what is the other information that we need to know is how much distance this person has traveled after turning 90 degrees. Following or not? రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ తిరిగాడు, తిరిగి ఆగిపోయాడా ఏమైనా మూవ్ అయ్యాడా? ఆగిపోతే నాకు ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేసింది. ఏమైనా మూవ్ అయితే ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ మూవ్ అయ్యాడు? దట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో రిక్వైర్డ్. దెన్ కండిషన్ నెంబర్ 2. ఏ పర్సన్ స్టార్ట్స్ వాకింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ పాయింట్ P అండ్ వాక్స్ 12 meters south. Now 12 meters south. Now from point P, this is condition number 2. He has traveled how many meters? 12 meters south. He then takes left turn and walks 21 meters. Now this is 21 meters. The total is 26. This is 5, and if this is 21, and this Q and this one is in vertical straight line, isn't it? 21 meters. He then takes a left turn again and walks for 12 meters. That means these 12 meters and these 12 are one and the same. Now he reached to this point Q, isn't it? And R is 25 meters away from point Q. Now this R is how many meters? 25 meters. R is 25 meters away from point Q, the direction is not given. Whether R can be like this, R can be like this, can be like this, can be like this, can be like this, and so on. The direction is not given in condition number 2. And so 1 alone is not sufficient, 2 alone is not sufficient, isn't it? Then by combining these two, if you combine these two, after reaching to this point Q, now this person has turned 90 degrees. If this person has turned 90 degrees, that means now towards this direction. Either this direction 25 meters this person has moved, or if this person has turned 90 degrees, right hand side like this, and this will be 25 meters. Isn't it? Tell me whether I am getting the answer or not. Total 25 meters. Now from here, it is how much? Here to here it is 26. From here to here this is only 21, isn't it? Now this person has turned 25. That means he will be at point R. This will be point R. Hence R can be here, R2, R1. Now if this person has turned towards left hand side, R is to the west of P. Or if this person has turned to the right hand side, R is to the east of P. Am I getting a unique answer? 2 different answers. Hence it could be either west or east. As you are getting 2 different answers, hence by combining these 2 also, we cannot able to determine the exact answer. Choice 3 is the answer. Sorry, what is the choice? Yes, choice 3. Have you followed this one or not? Here, left or right should be there. Then, hence these days, he is giving these type of questions only. Complications will be more. Lots of data will be there. Okay? Hence, in the diagram only, we need to finalize the second diagram as well, rather than writing these 2 separately, again combining these 2, drawing another diagram, which itself will consume lots of time. Isn't it? The same diagram which we need to write. Then, after this one, question number 19. Now, in this question number 19, tell me what is the statement here? Among 6 people, each has a different age, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15, 24. Who is the oldest? Yesterday we had discussed about the same question. But as yesterday, our question is related to who is the youngest. Now here, who is the oldest? Could you able to remember that one or not? Then, who is the oldest means, now we need to find out who is 24-year-old, isn't it? Among these 6 persons, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15, 24, eldest is 24. Now we need to find out who is 24 years of age. Then condition number 1, S is younger than both T and U. Now this S is younger than both T and U. As S is younger than both T and U, T and U, S must be younger than this person. S is younger than both T and U, but older than P. Who is older than P? S is older than P. S is older than P. P is younger than S, and T's age is an odd number. T's age is an odd number, and among these, what are the odd numbers? 5, 9, 15. 5, 9, 15, and T can be 5, 9, 5, 9, 15 is an odd number. P's age is an even number. Now P is an even number. Then tell me what should be the age of this one P? P cannot be 12, isn't it? Why P cannot be 12? Because there are at least 3 persons above this P. Above this 12, there are only 2 persons. Hence, P cannot be 12, P cannot be 24, and the age of P is 6-year-old. Done? Then P's age is an even number. Now, with the help of this information, can we able to determine the eldest person? No. S cannot be the eldest, P cannot be the eldest, T cannot be the eldest. I know that. Why? Because T is an odd number, 24 is an even number. Isn't it? Now, here in this one, rather than asking this question, n number of questions can be given in order to confuse you. What are the different? Now, can T be the eldest? If he has given this statement, can T be the eldest? And ichadu anukondi meer em chestaru? Third avarthudu answer. Because no information is given. But whereas T is an odd number, the eldest one is 24, hence T cannot be the eldest. Answer vachinda leda? Vachesindi answer. And next one, who is 6-year-old? Adi iste chestara? Adi ichina malli meeku problem avutundi. No information is given about 6-year-old. But whereas, what is given here? P is an even number. And this person is lesser than 3 persons. Hence, this person cannot be 12, cannot be 24, hence P is 6. Definitely ga cheppochu. Ikkada question, what is the age of P? Adi ichina meer answer tappu pedtaru. Can T be the eldest anna meer answer tappu pedtaru. Isn't it? Hence, n number of possibilities were there in this. Chala jagrathaga chusukovali idi. And one alone is not sufficient. Hence, who can be the eldest here? Either U can be the eldest, P, S, T cannot be the eldest, and Q can be the eldest, P, Q, R can be the eldest. U, Q, and R can be the eldest person with the help of condition number 1. Then condition number 2, Q's age is 9. Now, Q is 9-year-old, hence Q cannot be the eldest. P is younger than Q. As P is younger than Q, P cannot be the eldest, isn't it? Lesser than 6, lesser than 9, P can be either 5 or 6, according to condition number 2. Neither P nor T is the youngest. T also cannot be the youngest, isn't it? P cannot be the youngest, hence P cannot be 5-year-old, hence P is 6-year-old, because P cannot be the youngest. And T's age is an odd number. T is an odd number. Now, T's age is an odd number, T cannot be the eldest. Why T cannot be the eldest? The eldest is 24, T is an odd number, T cannot be 24. Hence, P cannot be eldest, Q cannot be eldest, T cannot be eldest, P, Q, T. Then, T's age is an odd number, U is older than T. U is older than T, hence U can be older than T. U can be either an odd number or an even number. With the help of condition number 2, either U can be the eldest, or R can be the eldest, or S can be the eldest. U, S, and R can be the eldest. Then by combining these two. If you combine these two, are we getting a unique answer or not? 1 alone not sufficient, 2 alone not sufficient. Now we are combining these two. By combining these two, tell me, are we getting a unique answer or not? Cheppandi answer vastunda ravatleda? Who can be the eldest here? Either U or R, here also U or R. We are getting 2 different answers. Either U can be the eldest or R can be the eldest. Hence, any between these 2 persons, anyone can be the eldest. Then what is your answer? The data in both the statements is also not sufficient. Saripinda leda? Then, cheppandi saripinda leda? Now in this one, 2 alone is given. Let us check out 2 once again. Now the question is about what? Who is the oldest? Q's age is 9. Q is 9-year-old. P is younger than Q. P can be either 5 or 6. Younger than Neither P nor T is the youngest. T cannot be the youngest, P cannot be the youngest, isn't it? Hence, T is 6-year-old and T's age is an odd number. T is an odd number, T cannot be the eldest, P, Q, T. Then U is older than T. As U is older than T, now 9 has been done. T cannot be 5. Yes, legend this very good. Chala jata chodal. Now we have missed out one case. Okay? What is the case we have left out here? 5, 6, 9, 12, 15, 24. Are the ages? Now Q's age is 9-year-old. Q is 9. P is younger than Q. P can be either 5 or 6. Isn't it? Younger than Q is, P is either 5 or 6. Neither P nor T is the youngest. P cannot be 5-year-old and T cannot be 5-year-old, isn't it? Are you following this one or not? That means T cannot be 5-year-old. T cannot be 9-year-old because Q is already 9-year-old. Now what is the other information here? T is an odd number. As T is an odd number, 5, 9, 15. Among these three odd numbers, 5 and 9 were ruled out. Now only 15 is left over. Then what is the age of T? T is 15-year-old. If T is 15-year-old, U is older than T. Now which number is older than U? T, U is older than. What is the age of U? 24. Am I getting a unique answer or not? Then what is your answer? U is eldest. Though the information is not given about R and S, I could able to derive the answer or not? Because T is 15-year-old, U is elder than U, U is older than T. Only one possibility, that is 24. Then who is eldest? U is the eldest. Hence, what is your answer? Choice 5 is the answer. Done with this? Only 2 alone is sufficient. Integral cheyali baga idi. Data sufficiency. Then question number 20. Now in this question number 20, tell me what is the information here. How many people are seated in a circle where all the people are facing towards the center? Where all the people are facing the center. A sits out to the right of D. D is here 1, 2. This is A. A sits out to the right of D. Only one person between A and C. C can be here. That is one possibility. And the second, now D is here. 1, 2, this is A. A sits out to the right of D. Only one person between A and C. C will be here. Clear now? Hence, how many persons are there? There could be 4 or more than 4. Whether these are the only persons or more than this one is not given. Hence, 1 alone is not sufficient. Then, condition number 2. Yes, what about condition number 2 here? Then, now in condition number 2, C sits second to the left of D. Now C is seated, C sits second to the left of D. As C sits second to the left of D, now D is here, 1, 2. C sits second to the left of D. B is an immediate neighbor of both A and C. As B is an immediate neighbor of both B and C, hence A will be here. B is an immediate neighbor of both B and C. Now according to condition number 2, how many persons are there? There could be 5 or more than 5. Isn't it? According to condition number 1, 4 or more than 4. 1 alone is not sufficient, 2 alone is not sufficient. Then by combining these two. If you combine these two, then now this is condition number 2. Now I am taking condition number 1 into 2. A sits out to the right of D. As A sits out to the right of D, 1, 2. A is seated out to the right of D. One person between A and C, that is B, and one person between A and C. Tell me what is your answer here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hence in total there are 7 persons in this circle. Am I getting a unique answer or not? Hence what is the answer here? There are 7 persons in this. Hence the data in both the statements is sufficient. Choice please. Choice 3. Clear now? Choice 3 is the answer. Then question number 21, and this is again data sufficiency. Now 8 people are seated in 2 parallel rows containing 4 people each. 8 people, 4 people in each, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is another 1, 2, 3, 4. Then row 1 A, B, C, D, and they are facing towards south, and this is A, 2, D, and row 2. And who are the persons in this row 2? P, Q, R, S, and these persons are facing towards north. Then who among P, Q, R, S faces A? Now we need to identify the person who is facing this A. Then condition number 1, the one who faces S sits second to the left of A. If A is here, then S will be here. The one who is facing S sits second to the left of A. This is one possibility. Are you following or not? Then what is the second possibility here? Now 1, 2, 3, 4. If A is there at this place, 1, 2, 3, 4, S will be at this place. The person who is facing S sits second to the left of A. The one who is facing S sits second to the left of A. The one who faces S sits second to the left of A. Only one person between A and C. Now C will be here. One person between A and C, C will be here. The one who faces B sits to the immediate right of P. The one who is facing whom? B. The one who faces B sits to the immediate right of P. Now B can be either at this place or at this place. Are you following this one or not? Then tell me whether B can be at the right extreme or not. B ikkada undocha ledha. If B is here, the one who is facing B, that means this person is to the immediate right of P. Is it possible? Then that person will be to the immediate right of S, but not P, which implies that B cannot be at this place. As B cannot be at this place, then where should this be? Then B must be here. The one who is facing B, sits to the immediate right of P, then P will be here. Are you following this one or not? Then coming to the second case. The one who is facing B, hence B. Can B be at this place? B cannot be here. If B is here, the one who is facing B is this person. This person must be to the immediate right of P, which is not possible. Hence, this case is completely ruled out for this B. B cannot be here. If B cannot be here, B will be here. The one who is facing B sits to the immediate right of P. Hence, P must be here. Are you getting a unique answer? We are having two different possibilities. Though we are having two different possibilities, in both the possibilities, the answer is one and the same. What is the question here? The question is, who is facing A? Who is facing A? P is facing A. Renditlo same answer vachinda leda? Though there are two different possibilities, the answer is one and the same. One alone is sufficient. సరిపోయిందా లేదా? అందుకే మిమ్మల్ని అడిగాను, 2 కేసెస్ ఉన్నాయి, ఆన్సర్ వచ్చిందంటే మీరు లేదన్నారు. డెఫినెట్గా అంటూనే ఉంటారు మీరు. ఓకే, హెన్స్ వీ మస్ట్ బి వెరీ అలర్ట్ ఇన్ దిస్. ఇవన్నీ ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నా అంటే బికాస్ దీస్ ఆర్ ద కేసెస్ వేర్ దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ ఛాన్స్ ఆఫ్ డూయింగ్ మిస్టేక్. మీరు తప్పులు చేసేవి ఇక్కడే చేస్తారు మీరు. డన్ ఫైన్. దెన్ కండిషన్ నెంబర్ 2. Now we need to check out this condition number 2. Now in this condition number 2, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 plus 4, 8 persons. The one who is facing S sits second to the left of A. Sorry, condition number 2. The one who is facing D sits second to the right of Q. If Q is here, second to the right of Q, then the one who is facing D, D will be here. That is one possibility. Second possibility, 1, 2, 3, 4. If Q is here, then the one who is seated second to the right of Q is opposite to whom? Is opposite to D. The one who faces D sits second to the right of Q. Only one person between Q and R. In between Q and R, how many? There is only one person. Here also in between Q and R, there must be only one person. P is not an immediate neighbor of R. As P is not an immediate neighbor of R, this case is completely ruled out. Isn't it? There is no possibility to this P. Hence P is here. If P is here, S will be here. Now we are left with only one possibility. P is not an immediate neighbor of R. The one who faces B sits to the immediate left of S. Now immediate, the one who faces B sits to the immediate left of S. Now the one who faces B sits to the immediate left of S. Now tell me who is to the immediate left of S? Q. Now B must be at this place. The one who is facing B, that is Q, is to the immediate left of S. Q and S must be here. Then B is here. Then where should this A be? A can be here or can be here. If A is here, P is opposite to A is here, S is opposite to A. Here we are getting two different answers, P or S. Hence 2 alone is not sufficient, only 1 alone is sufficient, only 1 alone. Choice place, choice 3. Only 1 alone, it is choice 3 is the answer. Clear now? Choice 3. Then question numbers 22 to 26. Now in this 22 to 26, how many persons are there? There are some 8 persons. Who are those 8? A, B, C, D, W, X, Y, Z are seated around a circular table. With equal distance between each other, isn't it? Then 22 to 26. Eight persons A, B, C, D, W, X, Y, and Z are sitting around a circular table with equal distance between each other facing outside. All the persons are facing away from the center, but not necessarily in the same order. Each one of them belongs to a different profession: scientist, doctor, pilot, teacher, chef, architect, lawyer, and a manager. How many persons are there? 8 persons, and not necessarily in the same order. There are 4 couples in the group. Each man in the group is sitting beside his wife. Now this is similar to our yesterday's set, isn't it? Now yesterday also we have discussed the same thing, it seems. Now A, B, C, D and that one. Yesterday we have discussed about a profession at different places, working in different companies, isn't it? Working in different companies, Cipla, Reliance. The person Q's husband is to the immediate right of, isn't it? Her husband, Q's husband is to the immediate right hand of Reliance. Amazon, Reliance and Amazon. That means Q herself is working in Reliance, Amazon is to the immediate. Yes, shall I explain this one or not required? Everything is similar to yesterday's set. Now please go through that paper 1320. Now in this 1320 we have the same set. The only thing which differs from this one is what? The elements were changed. Now here the profession is given. Yesterday they are working in different companies were given. Husband and wife are adjacent to each other. And this is about question numbers 22 to 26. Then next one, 27. Now in this question number 27, there has been a huge dip. Huge, underline this word huge. There has been a huge dip in the sales of bicycles in country X in the past 5 years. Owing to, what is the reason here? Owing to less innovations in its design and functions. The information is clearly given. What is information here? There has been a huge dip in the sales of bicycles in the country X in the past 5 years. In the past 5 years, the sales of this one is completely down. The reason is clearly given. What is the reason? It is not just because of the demand, lack of demand, but whereas it is because of less innovations and designs. There were no new models and new designs, hence people are not buying the bicycles. That means the same old bicycles were available in the market, hence these people are not showing interest to buy these bicycles. The demand is not there because of less innovation and designs. Done? Then a statement of the manager of Bicycle Product Suppliers Association. Now which of the following statements strengthens the manager's statement? Strengthen means now we need to prove yes, innovation and designs are very less. That's what we need to prove. If it is about weekends, It is not because of innovation and design, there is some another reason is there. That will be weakens. Now here the question is about strengthens. Now we need to strengthen the argument. Then bicycles are much in vogue, not only because they are good for health, but also because they are low in cost and pollution. No, sir. That means here he is telling that bicycles are in great demand. Are they in demand? No. Hence, first one is directly ruled out. Second, many car manufacturers have started selling designer bicycles with the multiple gears which compete with motorcycles in terms of both functions and prices. Here, in condition number 2, now here what is there in the statement here? Strengthens the manager statement. Strengthen the manager statements means now we need to prove there were no innovation and there was no designs in the bicycles. But whereas in condition number 2, if you observe here, car manufacturers have started selling. It is not they have started production, they have started selling. The difference between production and selling, isn't it? They already started selling. Designer bicycles. Designer bicycles means designs were there or not? With multiple gears. Innovation is there or not? Innovation is there. Design is also there. Still, both in terms of both functions. Still, what happened here? Still there is no demand. Follow అవుతున్నారా లేదా? ఇక్కడ మనం చెప్పాల్సింది ఏం చెప్పండి? There were no innovation and there is no design in the bicycle. That's what we need to prove. Here, clearly given, there is innovation and there is and designs as well. Hence, the second one cannot be your answer. Now, in this one, we need to strengthen the argument, manager's argument. What is manager's argument? No design, no innovation. Now, we need to support. Here, according to condition number 2, there are innovations and there are designs as well. Hence, it is weakening the argument rather than strengthening the argument. అవునా కదా? వాడు చెప్పింది ఏంటి చెప్పండి? డిమాండ్ లేకపోవడానికి మెయిన్ కారణం ఇన్నోవేషన్ లేదు, కొత్త రకాలు రావట్లేదు, కొత్త డిజైన్ రావట్లేదు అన్నాడు. ఇక 2లో క్లియర్గా ఇచ్చాడు. కార్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చర్సే తయారు చేస్తున్నారు. ఎటువంటివి? మంచి మంచి డిజైన్స్ చేశారు, కొత్త మోడల్స్ కూడా చేస్తున్నారు అన్నారు. అయినప్పటికీ లేదు. హెన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వీకెనింగ్ ద ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ రాదర్ దెన్ స్ట్రెంథనింగ్ ద ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్. Then coming to the third one. Then many multinational companies of country X have made it mandatory for all its employees to use only bicycles within their campus to avoid pollution. Here it is nowhere anything to do with this innovation and design. Is he talking anything regarding these two? Hence that is ruled out. Fourth one, as per a recent survey, there has been a good sale of bicycles in country X in the past few years, as more and more people are opting for cycles for daily. Now, this is again contradicting the statement. What is the statement? No demand. Here he is stating that there is a demand. There has been a good sale of bicycles means there is a demand. And this is again weakening the person's statement. Fifth one, Shatura Cycles, the leading cycle manufacturers and the trend setter of cycles. Underline this word trend setter. Trend setter means they are the persons who are creating more and more new designs and innovations in cycles. Trend setters of cycles in country X has been able to bring only 3 new designs of bicycles in the market since the past 10 years. Now, the leading producer of these bicycles in country X, that company has brought only 3 new designs in the last 10 years. That means, do we have any innovation? No designs, no innovation. Hence, this is the thing which is strengthening the argument. Clear now? Then what is your answer? Choice 5 is the answer. Finally, what statement ఏదైతే మేనేజర్ చెప్పాడో ఇది ట్రూ అయింది. ఇన్నోవేషన్ లేదని ప్రూవ్ చేసాం. And this is about question number 27, choice 5. Then 28. Now in question number 28, and this is again of the same model of yesterday's. Now the word forms is coded as TNSHE, isn't it? Then now F and E. F is here, E is here, -1, F minus 1 is E, I minus 1 is H, R plus 1 is S, M plus 1 is N, S plus 1 is T. And afterwards, all these were reversed. F minus 1 E, I minus 1 H, R plus 1 S, M plus 1 N, and this 1 plus 1. Isn't it? Hence, for the first two letters, minus 1, and the remaining three letters, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Finally, they were reversed. And similar is the case with the word meant. Now, what is the code to this word meant here? Meant for the first two. What is this one? Minus 1, next one, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, and it must be reversed. M minus 1 is what? L, E minus 1, D, A plus 1 B, N plus 1 O, T plus 1 U. Entire must be reversed. That is U O B D L. Are you getting the same answer or not? Clear? Hence, what is the logic here? For the first two letters, minus 1, next three letters, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Finally, the entire sequence is reversed. Then, in the same code, dash will be coded as ZR DLC. Here the question is about coding or decoding. Will be coded as, yesterday I have discussed about this one. Hence, this is what ZR DLC is the code. Now, he is asking the word which is coded as this one, isn't it? Hence, in order to find out the word, hence first ZR DLC. Now, to the ZR DLC, what should happen here? It must be reversed. If it is reversed, the answer is what? CLD RZ. Now, for this one, minus 1 to the first, hence in the reverse it must be plus 1, isn't it? Hence, C plus 1 is D, and L plus 1 is M, and for the remaining, minus 1. Hence, E minus 1 is D, and R minus 1, that is S, this is minus 1. Hence, DM. Yes, tell me what is the answer here? D minus 1 is what? C. For it is plus 1, it must be minus 1. R minus 1 Q, Z minus 1 Y. Hence, what is the answer? DM C Q Y. DM C Q Y, choice 1 is the answer. As the question is about decoding, hence it must be in the reverse order. And this is about question number 28. Then 29. Now, question number 29 and 30. Now, in this question number 29 and 30, now 29, this is again based on here. The only way to revive our company from the present situation is to launch new sedan cars this year. CEO of Spades car. Yesterday we had discussed about the same question. In that one we had discussed about the laptop models H9 and the remaining two L3 and 4, isn't it? Discussed about. The same thing is here. The only thing, the difference between these two is what? Here cars were discussed, there we have discussed about models of laptops. Everything will be the same. Okay? Then question number 30. Now, in this question number 30, a very expensive drug, Cephalia 21. Now, a very expensive drug, Cephalia 21, has been launched in country A last year for the treatment of a life-threatening disease, Genifolis. Now, they have a very expensive drug, Cephalia 21 has been launched in country A. They have launched this one in country A last year. Last year they have launched this one for the treatment of life-threatening disease called Genifolis. It was observed that the sales of the said drug means Cephalia 21, had skyrocketed. Skyrocketed means increased like anything. Okay? The sales were increased like a rocket. Skyrocket and Japan chala paiki. This also increased by a lot. Sudden increasement. In 6 months after its launch, after they have launched this one, the sales were, numerous sales were there. Great increase in the sales. That means more and more people are preferring this drug for this Genifolis disease. A recent survey also suggested that the sales of all other drugs for treating the same disease have dropped by around 40% since this drug has been launched. Earlier, before the launching of this one, Syphilia 21, the doctors used to prescribe the other drugs. After this has been launched, now they are not preferring this one and they are preferring Syphilia 21, hence it is rocketing, and the remaining drugs were in a downfall. Clear? Then which of the following may not be a reason for such a high sales? All the other could be the reasons. One cannot be the reason. When it can be a reason? If there is an advantage with that. When it cannot be a reason? A disadvantage. Now we need to find out among these five, is there any disadvantage with this Syphilia 21? Done? Then choice 1. Then tell me what is choice 1 here. At present, Syphilia is the most effective drug. Advantage or disadvantage? Advantage. And this cannot be wrong, sir. Then next one. Syphilia 21 has a higher curing rate. As it is a higher curing rate, hence more people are using this one. Hence, this is the reason. It cannot be your answer. When Syphilia 21 was launched, many severe cases of genifolus in country A were given the drug and they recovered miraculously. That means all the people were recovered. That means there is an advantage. Hence, there is a great sales in this one. Fourth one, although Syphilia 21 takes longer to treat patients. Now here, longer, it is taking more time. Now there is a small sense of negativity regarding this. As compared to other drugs available in the market, it has a lower disease relapse rate as compared to any other drug. Relapse. What do you mean by this one, relapse? Once it has been, I will come to this one afterwards, okay, relapse. And fifth one, Syphilia 21 is most effective when administered intravenous IV, as enzymes in the stomach are likely to break it down if administered orally, okay. Now between 4 and 5. Now fourth one, it is taking a longer time. There is a negative point of this. But whereas at the same time, along with this one, it has a lower disease relapse. What do you mean by this one? Once it is cured, and reoccurrence of this one is completely zero. But whereas with the other drugs, what happens? Cure will be faster. There is a chance of repeating once again. Inkosari uche chance undi. But whereas with this drug, though it is taking much time, that means reoccurring of this disease with this drug is completely nullified. Whether there is an advantage or disadvantage? Advantage. Hence, it cannot be your answer. Then fifth one, Syphilia 21 is most effective. Yes, it is most effective, no doubt. When administered intravenous. Intravenous means there is a particular way of giving this drug. IV, intravenous IV, as enzymes in the stomach are likely to break down if administered orally. If they have given in the usual way, then there is a negativity. What is the negativity here? Enzymes in the stomach will be break it down. If they were break it down, it will create more diseases rather than solving this disease. Hence, there is a disadvantage with this one or not? What is the disadvantage? It has to be administered very carefully under an expert supervision. If it is not the case, then there will be negative results. Clear now? Hence, what is your answer? Choice 5 is done. Hence, in these critical reasoning type of questions, by eliminating the choices, you can able to answer the questions. Need not necessarily you should have the complete knowledge regarding this topic. Done with this? Then question number 31st. Now in this question number 31, break. Now K greater than E must be false and B lesser than A must also be false. Both these two must be false. In order to have both these two must be false, hence K cannot be greater than E. As K cannot be greater than E, E cannot be greater than K, isn't it? As E cannot be greater than K, hence between E and K, we cannot have a greater than symbol at all. Now in choice 1, there is no greater than symbol between E and K. Here also no greater than, no greater than. Hence, what will your answer? Choice 5 is the answer. Clear? Only in choice 5, we are having greater than. Hence, in these type of questions, we are not supposed to replace each and every choice and look into the question. We have to analyze the question first. Why this person is giving these type of questions? In order to waste your time. His assumption is that you will replace each and every choice into this one and finally you will get the answer. If you do so, you will take at least some 7 to 8 minutes in order to solve one question itself. Hence, he has given to this one to waste your time. Hence, we need to come out of that one by analyzing the questions in this manner. Okay? And this is about question number 31. Yes, let us call for the day because quant faculty is already waiting outside. Yes, any doubts in the remaining?